Hi everyone, my name's Ercy and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I am giving you a fall TBR. Stay tuned. Definitely didn't give you guys a summer TBR, but it's okay because I barely read anything during the summer. But I am back again to give you a fall TBR. And this is just like a broad pile of possibilities of books that have been on my mind recently that I really want to get to, that I've been feeling, what I'm in the mood for. So hopefully I can get all of these read within the next couple of months, especially since like my schedule freed up more, so I definitely have more time for reading. So let's talk about the books that are on my radar. I'm gonna start with my current read, and that is Stephen King's Fairy Tale. Now, this is Stephen King's return to fantasy. This is so popular right now because it just came out, and I am currently 78 pages into this book. Now, I wish I was further along. My phone's going off, but I wish I was further along because I did buy this on release day. Like after work, I picked up my daughter and we went to Barnes & Noble's, which just recently reopened in my neighborhood. It's like 5 minutes away from me. So I went there on release day. It was a Tuesday and I picked up this book, and then I bought her a book too, you know, because I can't just not get her anything, you know. So I bought her a book too, but this is the one that I picked up for myself that day, and I was very excited about it. And so this is a story about a boy. This is boy Charlie Reed. I believe he's taking care of this dog for this old man who lives in a creepy house, but really it's just like an old house, right? And he's kind of just like going through it, and he feels like he wants to be helpful to this man. I think we're gonna find a portal because, you know, it's Stephen King's fantasy and he likes doing portal stuff, especially after reading all of The Dark Tower. Yeah, I feel like that's just like his thing, you know. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It's really diving deep into the character. If that's my dog growling, ignore him please. He sees a squirrel in a tree. But it's really diving deep into these characters. I'm really invested into Charlie and his motivations, and Radar as well, which is the dog right here. I'm really invested, and that's sort of what Stephen King does. He is taking his time with developing this story, and I'm here for it. I read a lot of short books this summer, and this is really nice to kind of get back into it, especially being that I am very much a character-driven reader. I love diving deep into their brains and like knowing what drives a character to do the things that they do, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Charlie, I feel for him, you know, and I'm really enjoying this one. So far so good. So we'll see how it goes. First book, currently reading, currently enjoying, Stephen King's Fairy Tale. The next book is more so like I'm calling myself out here, and I'm trying to, well, I called myself out like last year, and I'm getting to it. And it's been on my mind recently, not just because of the show, but just like in general. This is just what I've been reaching towards. I was actually gonna read this one, and then Stephen King's book came out, and then I wound up buying that one and then pushing this one to the side. But that is The Hobbit by J.R.R. Tolkien, the prequel to the Lord of the Rings series. So I've been wanting to get to it. I need to get to the Lord of the Rings. I've never read it. I want to. I have a beautiful edition of it. But before I have the heart to pick that up, I need to pick this one up. A lot of people just kind of dive right into the Lord of the Rings, but me knowing that this is out in the world before it, I need to read this one first. And I mean, I've seen all the movies. I know what happens. I feel like I just need to get into it, right? And so this is The Hobbit helping This is Bilbo Baggins' journey into helping a group of dwarves with the help of Gandalf to defeat the dragon Smaug. I just like saying it like that. But yeah, I'm gonna read this guy because I want to. Another one that I've been wanting to, like, I've been having this itch to read this one. I read this way back when, like freshman year in high school, so long ago. Obviously I know the themes that it talks about. We studied it, you know, talked about it, like you know what it's about. And that's The Lord of the Flies by William Golding. It's about a group of boys abandoned in this island, and you know, first they're having fun and then the things start happening right within their little society. Yeah, I don't know, it's just been on my mind recently. And then I was walking through Powell's, because that's one of the bookstores that's near me. They were making, you know, like a little list of books, like for Banned Books Week or Banned Books Month for the month of September. And I saw this there and I was like, you know what, let me just pick it up. This was like a used copy. I got it for like $6. I'm pretty sure they're selling new copies of the book for that much too. But yeah, like it's just been one of those books that's on my mind recently, and I want to reread it. It's been a really long time since I've read this book, and while I know the basic gist of the book, it'd be really cool to go over all those details again when it comes to the story itself. So that is The Lord of the Flies by William Golding, a very long overdue reread of this book. And next one is a little novella that I wound up getting in the book box that we wound up doing with the Sisterhood of the Traveling Magical Book Box with everyone. And that is And This Is How to Stay Alive by Shingai and Jiri Kagunda. I'm pretty sure I said that wrong, but I think that was a really good effort. And this is just a little novella about time travel. It's sci-fi themed. Cover is gorgeous, but you know, hopefully this story is really good too. This was an edition by Kate from Kate Coy. She was the one that threw this into the box, and I wound up keeping it in my home. But yeah, it's a short one. I try to mix in some short books in the middle of big books. It's got really good themes that I want to read about. So, there's this guy. The next little cluster of books are more like spooky, atmospheric kind of books for the spooky vibes of the autumnal change of seasons. So the first one I'm going to talk about is The Hacienda by Isabel Canyas. This is like gothic, maybe thriller, literary fiction kind of thing. Pretty sure it's very gothic in nature, especially like even like the cover and everything. It just looks really cool. And the beginning of it says Mexican Gothic meets Rebecca in this debut supernatural suspense novel set in the aftermath of the Mexican War of Independence about a remote house, a sinister haunting, and a woman pulled into their clutches. Yeah, I'm just all about it. It sounds really cool. I love gothic type literature because we're going to be developing the atmosphere and diving deep into these characters too. So I'm down for this one. I'm with it. The next two are just like embarrassing books that I've been talking about for a very long time that I'm gonna read. I keep throwing them on TBRs. I never read them. I need to just do it already because it's been too long. The first one is The Shadows by Alex North. This is like a psychological thriller type book, I believe. Maybe like supernatural. Who knows? Because I haven't read it yet. And I keep saying I'm gonna read it, and I never do. So I need to read it and make up my mind whether I want to keep it or not. Because it's just been a long time. I just own it, and I just get with the program, girl. Same thing can be said with The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I believe this is more of like dark academia kind of thing, about a professor and these girls that are obsessed with them. One of them dies. The aunt is like, I'm gonna find out what happened to my niece. Something's up with the professor. So yeah, that's The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. The last two books, we're going back to fantasy, and that is with The Inheritance of Orquídea. This is a really, even though I speak Spanish, this is still a really hard name to pronounce. Orquídea Divina. Orquídea Divina. Oh, I said it. Let's see if I can do it again. The Inheritance of Orquídea. No, Orquídea Divina by Zoraida Cordova. There we go. I said the author's name right. Orquídea Divina. There we go. And this is, I don't know if it takes place in Ecuador or the people are from Ecuador. I don't know. My father-in-law is from Ecuador, so my daughter's a quarter Ecuadorian. That's a silly reason. But anyways, this has been getting really high praise, even not just from fantasy fans, just like from people that enjoy literary fiction, magical realism. This book has gotten a lot of praise, and I picked it up from Book of the Month, and I just haven't read it yet, and I need to, because it sounds like my vibes. You know, you got the abuelita, she's mysterious, she's got magic, she turns into a tree, everyone's like, what's going on, why she turned into a tree? Sounds fun. I'm gonna read it, hopefully this season. And the last book I'm gonna talk about, hopefully this one I just fly through it because it's a reread, and that's Sunland Ascends by Josiah Bancroft. Now, I put out some reviews on this video, and I'll link them below, and I still stand by what I said. This book is really amazing. I really love this series. I read books 1, 2, and 3. I have not read book 4 yet. So I want to reread them because it's been a little bit. Reread the series and then finally read the conclusion of it. But I'm not mad about rereading it because this is a lot of fun. This is like a steampunk-ish type of fantasy. There's not really much like fantasy-wise. If anything, there's more of like those scientific inventions, some mysteries, some things that don't really make sense but make sense in the book. And it's about a guy just trying to find his wife in this crazy Tower of Babel, whatever. But yeah, I wanna read this guy again, so that way I can read the second one and the third one again, so I can finally read the last book of this series. It's just been a while. I want to pick up all those little fine details, you know, that I don't want to just gloss over when they address it in the last book, because I really could just go to the last book, but I really did enjoy this. I mean, I tabbed it. I'm going to take all these out because I wrote all over this book. It's such a great series, and I want to read the last one. But yeah, that's it. That's all I got. I'll just talk real quickly about an audiobook series that I've been into, and that's the Dresden Files. I've read the first 2 books of the series, so I need to get to Ghost Peril. I believe that's the 3rd book of the Dresden Files series by Jim Butcher. As far as any other audiobooks, I don't really have anything on the top of my head that I really want to get to, aside from the Dresden Files books. So yeah, that's about it. That's all I really got to say about that. So in conclusion, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you've read any of these books, let me know what you think of them, whether you plan on reading them, what you thought about them. Do you have any other books you would like to recommend to me, for me to check out? I don't read as fast as a lot of other booktubers on the platform, but you know, I try my best. I get to them. If I don't get to them, I don't get to them. They're here with me. I'm gonna get to them eventually. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and subscribe if you would like to see more. I hope you all have an amazing day, and I'll talk to you all soon.